Everyone. This morning, let us share Genesis chapter 8 from verse 6 up to verse 12. Sorry, Genesis chapter 8 from verse 6 up to verse 12. Genesis chapter 8 from verse 6. Let me read. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Verse 7. And forth he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro until the water were dried up from off the earth. Verse 8. Also he sent forth from him to see if the waters were uh, abated from off the face of the ground. Verse 9. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand and took her and pulled her in unto him into the ark. Verse 10. And he stayed yet other 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ark, and the dove came 11, and the dove came into him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. Verse 12. He stayed yet other 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which he returned not again unto him any more. Uh, this morning, uh, we read uh, how Noah uh, realized water just disappear from the earth. And first time, Noah just put his hand off with a Laven. The Laven didn't come again because the Laven really it tried to fly, and he tried to live by itself. Maybe as you know, the character of Laven, it could have eaten certain dead body. I don't know exactly, but because it is not written in the Bible. But anyway, we can say that the raven didn't come again to Noah because it lived, it tried to live by itself. Uh, and so the Noah wanted to know detailedly about the information of outside of the ark. So Noah, he just make the dove fly again. But the dove could not find out any rest outside of the ark. So it just come again to Noah. Later on, after 7 days, he just uh, he made the dove fly again outside of the ark. Then the dove, even the dove could not find out any rest outside of the ark, but it brought a leaves of olive leaves. So later on, Noah he made the dove fly again. Later on, then the doves he did not come again. It's mean uh, on the face of the earth, whole water disappeared. It's mean there was dry land. In this story, we can see what is true spiritual life of born again people. Actually, the dove could not find out any rest outside of the ark. The dove, it represent born again Christian. Inside of the ark is mean inside of Jesus. Although we try to find out certain rest outside of the ark, the Laven, actually the Laven who it is the shadow, it represents the people who try to live their spiritual life by themselves. It did not come again uh, onto the ark. But the dove just came back into the ark again. Yes. Actually, it is the wisdom of the dove. The dove, while it fly, the dove could not find out any rest outside of the ark. Then it just came again into the ark to Noah. Many people, uh, I met some people uh, when I was in South Korea. Uh, I could meet uh, many people in retreat center in Gangneung because I stayed in Gangneung more than 80 years. So when there is summer retreat, summer Bible seminar, uh, sometime I could meet a brother. First time, this brother, actually, his age of his age was the middle age. Uh, he just uh, told me about the history, how he lived outside of the church. First time when he received salvation, he was pleased with this gospel, this true gospel. Then really, but one problem in his heart, he wanted to be rich. He wanted to find out certain another piece. So when he uh, just look around the church, he felt like there was no one who is rich inside of the church. So he tried to be someone like very rich. So he just left the church. And for 12 years, he tried to be rich as much as he can. Then, although he tried to make money through a lot of works, finally he could face bankrupt and he lost everything. Then although he just failed and later on he became really bankrupt again, he tried again and again. But he finally just came back to the church. It took 20 years. After 20 years, he realized that outside of the church, outside of Jesus, there is no peace. He realized this one principle. Then he just came back. Although he could not solve any problem, he just came back to the church. Then he could experience that true peace was here. He said that true peace and true rest is here in this gospel. He confessed that. Uh, then from that moment, he didn't try to solve, actually, he couldn't solve any problem he faced, but he tried to rely on Jesus. But thankfully, one by one, his problem could be solved one by one. And with the joy, with happiness, he just confessed that those kind of story to me. Not only the brothers, but many brother and sister, they just confess and told me how God led them and what kind of peace and happiness they experienced. Likewise, the dove, when he when she just uh, fly at outside of the ark, there was a lot of water still. Not like raven, but the dove didn't try to take a rest at the outside of the ark. It just came back into the ark, and in the ark, it just took a rest. She just took a rest, and she just stayed there inside of the ark while I stay in this Romania. Although I try make my three son, enrolled into public middle school. Actually, it was impossible. So I just I asked a prayer uh, to my senior pastors, even in Europe, and even I informed my situation uh, toward the headquarters and the senior pastor in South Korea. Later on, really, uh, God, He had listened the prayer of me and the church. God solved those problems really miraculously. Finally, my three sons finally enter into the public middle school. It was really amazing. Even although I couldn't prepare the document well about receiving residence permit in Romania, but even I cannot tell you this morning detail because it is long story. But although I couldn't prepare well the document, even the situation was so bad, but I asked again the prayer to senior pastors and to brother and sister in South Korea. Then later on, God made another miracle. Then I could receive residence permit until today. Just like that. Okay. Sometime I was certain situation lacking money, but I don't know how God solved the problem, but those whole things became solved. Likewise, born again Christian cannot find out any peace outside of the ark, but inside of the ark, there is the wisdom of God. So, uh, the Laban and the dove, through the life of those animal, we can realize what is true spiritual life of a born again Christian. This morning, really, I'm very happy because uh, I have certain problem also today. I need to solve even the trouble with the former house landlords. Actually, I do not have enough money to solve the problem, and also I need to receive the permission of voluntary city to hold our Korean festival, Korean Korea Exchange Culture Festival in Romania. Actually, I do not have any ability to do it, but inside of this church, inside of this ark, there is wisdom of God. So I rely on again. Uh, more than 10 years. For more than 10 years, I could face this kind of words, uh, which were look like impossible with my own strength. Yeah, actually, it was, those were really possible with my own ability. But I had never give up. I just rely on God again and again and again. Whenever I rely on God, whenever I report this problem and that problem to church and a senior pastor, God always open new ways. Today, do you have certain problem? Do you have certain difficulties? Do you have certain obstacle? Don't worry. There is wisdom of God in this ark. Please rely on God again. God will give you, God will show you another way to solve it. Thank you very much. This morning, let us start a prayer time. Let us pray.